Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, The Moody Pages. I'm Janelle, your fellow mood reader. Today we have a Summerween vlog, and also I went on my honeymoon. I went to England and Scotland. I had the best time of my life. So I have a few clips, a lot of clips from St. Paul's Cathedral, and I don't believe I really filmed much else, but I will have a little montage of the clips. So if you don't want to see the clips of my trip, totally fine. I will put a timestamp when it starts and when it ends, so that way you guys can just skip to the actual reading vlog. But I will say I think it's kind of fun, very pretty. So we are going to be reading a variety of books. I'm trying to stick with some horror, maybe dark romance. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but hope you guys enjoy. Now let's get to it. I am back from my trip and I want to celebrate Summerween. So I went out and got a pumpkin spice latte from a local coffee shop. They're doing a Summerween weekend. And then I put a summer case, or a fall-ish case, on my Kindle. And we are reading Death Valley by Karina Halley. The prologue that she put in there was super intense, and I guess this is inspired by a true story, so that is kind of nuts. When I have more brain power, I will tell you what it's about, but so far I'm like 2 chapters in and it's really captivating, and I start filming and the dogs always have to make noise, so I'm sorry for the tippy tappies in the background. But anyways, I am about like 15 to 20% through Death Valley. I'm reading on my Kindle and it's creepy. I get scared really easily. I get creeped out really easily, and I am scared to read this at night. So I think that's why I'm taking my time reading it, because normally I read at night. So this is one of those books that I have to read during the day because otherwise I get too creeped out. In the beginning I was trying to say that this is like based off like some type of like pioneer history lesson, and it's like about this, I mean, like the history is this group of people end up traveling and they, hello? It seems like they turn into zombies. I don't know what's in the woods, but it's creepy. And then I am also listening to Hellfire. So this is really good so far. The tension is pretty great. This girl, she's trying to escape her toxic family and seek refuge in some other realm in exchange for her soul. For the character art's stunning. Like this, let me just say, like the tension and the romance so far. I'm about like 43% of the way through it. So I may order the second book. I'm not sure yet because I am liking it, but at the same time I'm going pretty slow. So it's not, I think it's a me problem. Anyways, all right, enough yapping. Let's keep reading. I am 35% of the way through with this book, and I'm officially just like creeped out. What just happened might be nothing, and it might be the turning point for everything in this book. Who knows? I am starting, luckily it's Sunday, so I'm trying to bust out this book today, because I usually read at night and that's where I get a good chunk of my reading in, and unfortunately I'm a scaredy cat, so this has been going so slow for me because I have nightmares really easily when I get creeped out. So fun fact, I'm such a baby, so this is why you don't catch me reading thrillers often or horror books. I like my horror and my romance novels, preferably with, like, you know, darker fantasy, but not necessarily standalone horror novels. So anyways, let's keep reading. This is just so intriguing. The writing is just captivating. There's something about the storyline that makes me wonder what more is going to happen. What's the underlying mystery here? I know it's that we're trying to find Lainey, which is Aubrey's sister, who went missing 3 years ago, and she hired Jensen to track her sister in these mountains where the Donner Party happened, like the whole cannibalism type of thing. This is all something that I should have explained way prior in this video. Sorry. I'm just freaked out now, and now I'm starting to remember all this stuff because I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I definitely want to annotate. I'm like highlighting in my Kindle, but I'm definitely going to be annotating later in this book because, oh my gosh. Okay, I am at the 40% mark, and I think she just dropped a bomb on us. So Aubrey is FBI. She has stated that from the beginning. And that is coming into play now, apparently, and my jaw is on the floor. What is going on in this book? There's so many secrets. All the characters are holding back something, especially Jensen and Aubrey, obviously the two main characters. They're both hiding something, and I want to know what it is. And I know it'll eventually get told to us, but okay, the next sentence is, yeah. I don't know. All right. I'm gonna keep reading. We'll see how much I can bust out within the next few hours. Real quick, not bookish. I am packing my breakfast/lunch for tomorrow. It's my first day back in like 2 weeks. Went on my honeymoon. So let me tell you what I packed. What I am packing. I have some overnight oats here. This is blueberry cobbler. It's these overnight oats. They have like 20 grams of protein just in like one little packet. So protein, very good. I always start my mornings off with this for work. So good. And then trying something different for lunch. Sorry, some turkey meatballs and green beans. These are frozen, so they should thaw by the time, you know, I get to work and have lunch. And I'm pairing it with some mashed potatoes, so a little bit of a heartier lunch to pull me through the day. For snacks, I have this Greek yogurt. This is strawberry flavor. Putting that in there. This protein bar. Galactic brownie. I think it's pretty good. It doesn't taste like a brownie, but it tastes good for a protein bar. And then I just bought these Rice Crisps. Excited. I have had these before, they're yummy. And then if I need a boost of energy, which I'm sure, I got some mini Alani because I cannot do the full Alanis. I will be vibrating and crazed. And then I also like to pick out my cup for the next day for coffee. And this is the cup. I am back from work. I ate everything but the protein bar and the Alani, so that's good. Real quick, so I picked back up Hellfire, the audiobook, and it is good. It's just, I don't know if I'm like, I don't know if I really want to be listening to a fantasy romance novel anymore. That's like the mood reader coming out, and it's unfortunate because I believe I am at like 60-70% and I only have like 2 hours left of the book technically. I don't know, I'm a little bummed about that. Anyways, I got some book mail. So let's see. This is our book club pick for July, and I say pick, they pick it. We're just here for the ride. This is The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. That is a mouthful. This started out as Hermione fanfic, so kind of cool. And then we got some goodies in here. I personally ordered this one. And then it looks like we got a signed book plate. Woo! You know how like people have really thoughtful, what do they call it? Dedications. People have like really thought-provoking dedications or just really sweet, thoughtful dedications. It says, psst, psst. Tell your cat I said hi. It doesn't say tell your cat I said hi, but that's what I tell people. Like, okay, that didn't make sense. But anyways, okay, I'm gonna make some dinner. I think I'm gonna DNF Hellfire. Soft DNF. I'll come back to it at some point when I am able to give it the time and attention it deserves. It's almost 9 p.m. I fear I'm gonna have nightmares. Okay, it's almost 10. It's like 9:40. I am terrified. I have an hour left. If this was a normal book, I would stay up. I would risk my sleep. However, this is not a normal book. I'm just such a scaredy cat. I can't even. Okay, I'm gonna go to the room and then get ready for bed and figure out what book I want to read to get my mind off this stuff. Oh my gosh. I have officially finished Death Valley. Holy smokes, I need something light and fluffy after this. Again, I'm telling you 10 billion times, I am a scaredy cat. This thoroughly creeped me out. This is why I don't read many thrillers. I prefer cozy mysteries where, you know, you do have your murder, your poisoning, but it's very low stakes. It's still cozy. There's still like found family and recipes and just, you know, it's not, you're not fighting for your life against a zombie. This was a 5-star read for me. The only gripe I will say, there is 2 parts where I thought one was out of Jensen's character. There was a situation that happened and I just thought how he handled it was totally out of character. But had he not done that, then we wouldn't have the rest of the story, right? And then going off that, actually, so maybe that make that 3 things. There's one situation that happened with Jensen's decision and nothing got brought up after the fact about that, and that just like blows my mind that we bring in this situation and just don't acknowledge it ever again. Okay. And then the last gripe that I had with this was, I'm trying to be so vague here, but it was one situation, there was one event that happened, and how it was described, my brain was just like, is this really feasible? I'm trying to think of logistics here. I don't have a map, but is this real? No, it's fiction. So, you know, I can't think too much into it. But it's times like that where it throws you out and you're like, okay, I'm still in real life. I'm not completely in their situation, and thank God. I am a glutton for punishment. I started an audiobook. I put down Hellfire and I started a gothic horror novel. There's not even a romance. It's straight up just gothic horror. It is called Blood on Her Tongue by, I'll just put a picture here. So this takes place in the Netherlands in 1887. So it's historical, and there's twins. So there's Sarah and Lucy. Sarah is unwell. She has a fever. She is mumbling, jumbling. And she's just like on the verge of going to a lunatic asylum. The doctor says that she is like, thinks that she is insane because of the fever that she's breaking, and it sounds like her I'm saying her sister, Sarah is the one. Lucy is like the person that we're seeing this through. So eventually it sounds like Sarah's insanity turns into hunger, but hunger for blood? I don't know, maybe it is blood, maybe it's not, I don't know, but it says that she gets angry and that she gets hungry. And then Lucy is also harboring secrets of her own. I am 25% of the way through. I started to eat my lunch while listening. Bad decision. They were dissecting a human and that was not great. It is very graphic. It is horror. It is ticking off the boxes, that's for sure. I'm really enjoying the writing style of it. I think that the narrator could be better. I'm not in love with the narrator, but the book itself, like the writing itself is making me enjoy it. So I think that's a hard feat when you don't like a narrator, but you're enjoying the book. I think that's really hard to look past sometimes, and I am looking past this right now, so. Goodness. All right, I'm 25% of the way through. Let's continue on. Stand corrected. There is romance in this. Okay, was not expecting that, to be honest. I don't know what that author was on when they wrote this novel, because oh my gosh. Okay, it did not lack in the gore. It was definitely gothic and it definitely gave those horror vibes. I am just like, wow, that was something. The plot lost me at times and I think I was just so like, what just happened? I think I was just so in shock to kind of like comprehend what was going on, and it was a wild ride. That's all I'm gonna say. I think at the end of the day I'm gonna give it closer to like a 3.5, 3.75, because it was definitely a fun time and it definitely made me want to like go good times, and it was a fun time. How many times? Oh, okay, I'm not gonna say that word anymore. I enjoyed the book. It was something else. I would recommend it. I think it would be a great read for the Halloween season, for spooky season, for Summerween, what I'm trying to do here on this vlog. Yeah, all right. I am going to end the vlog here. I think that we had a good time. This was kind of cozy, kind of spooky, and yeah, okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.